To New York City foodies, the name Chris Cannon is well known. He was behind many wildly popular and critically acclaimed restaurants here in the early 2000s.
At the end of the decade, he abruptly closed those places and moved out of the city. But he didn't really go far away, just about 25 miles west of the Hudson to Morristown, New Jersey. And there he has created a 4-in-1 concept so grand, it's being compared to Great Gatsby's Manor.
What is the total square footage?
15,000 square feet.
Wow. And how many dining spaces?
There are 4 separate dining spaces, all doing slightly different things.
Every room in Chris Cannon's latest restaurant is curated like a modern museum.
Is this one of the pieces of art you had commissioned?
Yes.
If you're eating in the formal dining room, the art complements the view.
It's like a picture book view. It's crazy. In the wintertime, when there's snow everywhere, it's beautiful. Summertime, it's beautiful.
If you're drinking in one of the 2 bars, the art is the view.
I bought 3/4 of the restaurant on eBay.
No, yourself?
Yeah. I thought I bought so much stuff, and when I started putting stuff up, I was like, oh my God, I got to buy like another 40% more because it's so big, the place.
The place, now known as Jockey Hollow, was built for famed AT&T president Theodore Vail in 1916. It served as Morristown City Hall for decades, but when Cannon saw it for the first time, it was abandoned.
So as soon as you saw it, you thought this
The
could be a
minute I
restaurant?
saw it, well, you know, I'm a restaurateur, so you see spaces and you're immediately, you know, extrapolating what you're going to do with it.
Cannon says his drive to create unique dining spaces started as a child.
I think very few 7-year-olds know exactly what they want to do.
Yeah, I was a little strange. We had a friend of the family, a Greek man who owned one of the best seafood restaurants in Manhattan, and we used to go there 2 times a year, and I just fell in love with the whole environment, the shtick, the waiters, everything. I was blown away by it.
So he started cooking and studying business. By the time he was 49, he had 5 popular restaurants in Manhattan, including the 2 Michelin-starred Maria, specializing in seafood. But Cannon's business partners wanted more. They had a very public split in 2010.
They didn't want to work with me anymore because they wanted to just open up a whole bunch of businesses.
Was it money then? They wanted more money?
For themselves, yeah, pretty much. You know, it was really difficult for me.
Crushing?
It was crushing. It was difficult.
Did you at some point, though, during that think, maybe I want a different job?
There was some thought. I was like, I'm not going to let somebody, you know, destroy my love of something. I spent the end of the spring and the summer up in the mountains riding a bike, hanging out. It took me about 3 months, and then I was like, you know, I'm going to get back into it. And
Those must have been some long bike rides, though.
Oh, I got in great shape.
For the food, which changes seasonally, Cannon looked to one of his former chefs, Kevin Sipple.
This is not a TV bite, but I'm going to eat it anyway.
We sampled ricotta-stuffed pasta with fried kale.
Oh, wow.
And then there's like, the leeks are very fresh, young. It's like a taste of spring.
We also had the oysters, which are sourced locally by a farm that Cannon helped revive in New Jersey.
It's the right amount of brine.
As if the upper floors weren't enough, Cannon also has a Rathskeller in the basement, modeled after a classic beer hall.
I get this feeling that this is your favorite space.
I joke around to customers, I say that my wife wouldn't let me have a man cave at home, so I built one in the restaurant.
While the lifelong New Yorker is the first to admit he never thought he'd end up in New Jersey. Now, he says he never wants to leave.
Do you ever miss it, though?
Miss the city? Oh yeah, I miss the energy. I miss my
Not even
friends.
just the city, though. Do you miss being in that, I'm in the New York Times, everyone's talking about my restaurant, it's the it place to go?
Sure, I mean, yeah, of course you do. Yeah, but I've done that. It's fine. You know, to me, the goal here is to create a restaurant that is here 25 years from now. I have the opportunity to do that. That's what interests me.
There's just so much in this restaurant to talk about. We didn't even get into all of the liquor, but he's really a connoisseur. They have like a fixed number, the beer, the wine. Everything was unbelievable.
What a magnificent space. I mean, as soon as I saw it, I was like, I want to be there.
I thought we should go there. We should make Brian our EP pay, and we should go, us.
Okay, here we go. Make the reservations.